Okay, the question would be asked to convert the A matrix into the tridiagonal form. So simple procedure would be there. So we need to adapt that particular procedure. Whatever steps are given, that we need to adapt. So last lecture we have seen that first we need to calculate the particular value of S1. So particular A matrix we need to convert, or we need that particular W matrix that would be 0, W2 and W3. So this vector we need to calculate first. So 0 we have to that would be initially 0 value. So W2 and W3 value we need to calculate. So for that purpose, so given tridiagonal matrix, so suppose this is a tridiagonal matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, and A33. So this is 3 by 3 matrix. We need to convert into the tridiagonal matrix. First, S1 value will be calculated is equal to plus A12 square plus A13 square. First formula we need to remember. So S1 value, then W2 we have to calculate. W2 calculated. W2 square is equal to 1 half 1 plus A12. So absolute value you have to take into plus S1. So using that we can calculate a W2 value. So using this particular formula we can calculate W2 formula. I have explained, just I am writing the formulas for the requirement of this particular conversion to the tridiagonal format. Then we also need to calculate a W3 value. So W3 value that will be minus plus depending on the sign A13 to S1 W2. So these two formulas would be needed to calculate W2 and W3. So once we calculate this W2 and W3, our steps would be what I need to write. We need to convert the particular P matrix or B matrix. So we need to calculate first P or B matrix. So obviously we have calculated that particular W value. So using this W value, W2 and W3, we need to convert into the P or B, whatever the they may say P or B. Okay, so P or B. So it could be BAB we need to calculate, or PA P dash we need to calculate. So it would be given matrix. So this way we can convert into the tridiagonal format. So nomenclature would be different. It could be considered as a B or P. So B can be calculated. So B matrix, it would be calculated by simply putting 1 0 0 0 0. So don't bother how it is going to come. Just by heart this formula. Even if it is not needed to formulate that particular formula for this particular positions and these positions, you can by heart these terms. That's very easy. So 1 minus W2, 1 minus W2 square, and here 1 minus 2 W3 square, W3 square. Okay. So this position would be identical, and this position minus W2 W3 minus W2 W3. This is minus W3 square. So B can be calculated. So P or B can be calculated very easily by using the value of W2 and W3. So we need to by this particular formula for W2 and W3 in a Householder method. Using that, calculate B matrix. And now next step would be we have to multiply that B with A matrix again B dash. So this way we can calculate the we can convert the format of A matrix. This given A matrix, so given A matrix can be converted into the tridiagonal format. So this would be the tridiagonal format. So most of the problem in engineering we require to convert the given matrix into the tridiagonal format. Okay, so tridiagonal format would be required. Some other time they would ask to calculate up to B also. So it will be very easy. Just calculate S1 value, put the value in W2, and then calculate W3. Using this W2, W3, calculate these two values. This value and this value. So this value would be same. So using that, we can calculate very easily this particular V matrix. Okay, we'll take a problem based on this Gauss-Jordan method. I will see whether this any problem is asked on Gauss-Jordan method. Okay, so write this particular problem using the Gauss-Jordan method. Using the Gauss-Jordan method, calculate given matrix A 2 1 1 1 1 0 and 1 0 1. So we need to convert this. Calculate this S1, S2, S3 values, and last we need to calculate this part also. So I will write here this V matrix 1 0 0. So calculate that particular part. Calculate S1 value, W value. Within fraction of second, we can calculate this. This is not a big problem. Right here, step sign on here also sign on. We need to use sign of A12. Calculate this S1 value, W2 value, and W3 value, and then put in this particular matrix. Calculate P matrix, and then last step would be BAB. So try diagonal Calculate this A dash. A12, this and this term. So 1 plus 1 over 2. Sign of A12, this position, positive, both are positive. That's why it would be easy. W2 square, 1 1 plus A12 is 1 divided by S1, that is root 2. Here we need to calculate here 1 minus 2W2 square, this term also and this term. So 1 minus W2 square we need to calculate. So first simplify this particular part, W2 square 1/2 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. Or you can multiply this particular part, root 2 1 plus root 2 into 1/2. So this will be the term. So 1 minus W2 square into 2 W2 square. 2 means 1 upon root 2 upon root 2 Now again, 1 minus W2 square we need to calculate. Instead of this simplifying this W2 calculate value, we need to calculate whatever the W2 value we need to convert into 1 minus W2 square. And this term, using this, we need to calculate minus W2 W3. So obviously W2 can be taken from the particular one, and we can directly convert this value W2 and W3 because this particular value is in a root 2. You can utilize the direct value of root 2, or also you can convert. So 1 minus W2 square. So that would be 1 minus 1 plus root 2 square. Okay, so that would be root 2 minus 1 minus root 2 divided by root 2. So this will be gone. So basically this will be minus 1 upon root 2. Minus 1 upon root 2. That's why I have taken this as a 1 upon root 2. This term as a, and that's why 1 upon root 2. 1 upon root 2. Simply this also can be converted by using A13, sign of A12. Obviously, this would be positive. A13, A13, it would be 1, 2 into S1 root 2 into W2. W2 we have calculated as a minus 1 upon root 2. So, root 2. So, root 2 gone. That would be what? 1 half minus 2. That would be only W3. But we need to calculate 1 minus 2W3. 1 minus 2W3 square. So 1 minus 2 into, I think something is wrong. Here 1 minus 2 square. That term has come. S1, S2. S1 is what? Root 2. Sign of A13, 1. A13, 1. So W2 value we have calculated. Okay, W2 value we have not calculated. This was entire term, W2 value. So we need to calculate W2 value so that we can put. So that was not W3 and calculate that particular part. So it should be around 1 upon root 2. Calculate also minus W2 into W3. That means we need to calculate here W2 value. Here we have calculated W square. From that, calculate W2 value. So how many people have calculated that particular matrix? This will be the final answer. I need to do this particular value. Nikhil, Akash, Pooja, at least you have calculated W2 and W3 values. I am expecting from you also that you should calculate that particular tridiagonal matrix. Okay, you calculated a fraction value. Very good. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes so that other people can also calculate. For homework, you should calculate this particular matrix. I am expecting one, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1. So next lecture I will ask this particular value of that particular tridiagonal matrix. And of this particular procedure of calculation of S1, W2, W3, by have this particular matrix, even it will be calculated, but by have this particular form. Everybody has calculated. Can we move forward or further? So only minute change will be there. If this is a 4 by 4 matrix is given, we need to convert this matrix would be like this way. It would be this term 0, 0, not this term. We require this term, and here it will be one term, that will be 2 minus W whole square. Okay. Here it will be minus W minus W3 W4 minus W3 W4. So this will be the matrix. If you want, if this is a 4 by 4 matrix is given. Okay, so what changes also not needed? It will be minus W2 W4. This will be minus W2 and W4. So that this term will be same, this will be same, this same, this will be same, this and this will be same. Okay, W4 will be added. So W4 that we need to write the formula for that W4 value. It it would be same. If 4 by 4 matrix is given, instead of this W2 and W3, we need to calculate W4 value. So that would be again minus plus sign depend on A13. Now sign was depending on A13. So it would be A14 divided by 2 into S1 into W2. W2. So this was the additional formula for W4. So that this terms, whatever the added, we have added these terms, it would be calculated. So if it is a 3 by 3 matrix, we have calculated only this part. If it is four by 4 matrix, we need to add this row and this column. So W4 can be calculated, sign depending on the A14. So A14 is equal to 1 minus 2S1 W2. A13, A14. So write this particular W4 formula also. W4 formula. And B value. So obviously again it will be changed. It's going to change. B given 4 by 4 matrix and again that particular B matrix. So these both are same. B A B. So it will be again converted to the tridiagonal format. So this is the orthogonal matrix. This is the orthogonal matrix. So using this orthogonal matrix, we need to convert to the A dash. So given matrix, orthogonal matrix, and given tridiagonal matrix. So this is a simple procedure. We need to adopt this procedure, put these values, and use as it is. So obviously there would be derivation, but it would not ask in examination. That's why I have not explained. We start with new chapter. Can we start a new chapter, or we'll take in the next lecture? I think we need to. Most of the people, I think only Pooja and Akash Nalwada said about that particular answer. I don't know about the other people. We see now non-linear equations. Non-linear equations. So far, you have seen a different techniques. That was a linear equation. Whenever we are going to represent it graphically, that are going to represent linear lines. So whenever this particular 3-4 lines are going to contact each other, that particular point will be called as a solution. Now nonlinear equations, if it is represented graphically, it will be like this way. This would be the equation for the particular nonlinear format. So it could be like this also. So we need to find out the solution, the particular line where it crosses the particular x-axis. So this is the x-axis that is crossing this particular x-axis at which point. So whenever we are going to put the particular different y values, whenever this particular line, it will become a 0. So this would be called as a solution of that particular equation. Again, this would be the solution of that particular equation. So this is the fx equation, So this particular equation fx could be contain a power raised to more than 2. So not whatever the equation we have seen, that was only x plus y plus z is equal to any given value. So that was power always was 1 in a linear equation, but number of unknown variables were more than 2. So number of unknown variables were more, but the power was always 1. But now here in a nonlinear equation, it is a power more than 2. It is equal to 2 or more than 2. So equation could be like this: x3 y is equal to. So this will be the linear equation. So fx is equal to, or it could be contained a single variable also, x cube plus x square y. So this kind of equation are generally called as a non-linear equation, because whenever we are going to represent graphically, that is not going to give a straight line. It is going to curve something like this way. So there are certain curves. So not in a linear format. Whenever this particular equation is going to cross that particular x-axis, that will be called as a solution of that particular linear equation. So we need to find out where it is going to, which value, which y value it is going to, which x value where y solution becomes 0. So this would be the x values. So this would be the x values. So on which x value it is going to y equation becomes 0 or fx equation becomes 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So suppose it is going to cross check in between 5, 6. That means solution will be near about 5.5. So at x is equal to 5.5, the fx or y is going to become 0. So we need to find out that particular x value. On which x value this particular line crosses that particular x-axis. So we need to find out the particular x values where this particular fx becomes a 0. So fx becomes 0 is called as a solution of that particular non-linear equations. Non-linear equation. Have you got this? What mean by non-linear equation? If you have got this particular, type yes. I want to see how many people are listening. Type yes if you are listening and you have got the meaning of this particular non-linear equation, because in this particular we are going to see 4 different methods. 4 methods we are going to see. I think most of the you have studied, but it will be useful for getting marks. It will be very useful for the getting marks. Very easy techniques are there. Newton-Raphson bisection method. Bisection is one of the most easiest techniques. Okay, few people are saying yes, I've got this. So different people have got the particular meaning of this particular non-linear equation. Once you got the where to go and why we are learning these particular techniques, then it will be easy. So obviously, these particular techniques are certain procedures. Techniques, whatever the numerical techniques, don't have a science. Most of the techniques don't have a science. They are just particular methodology or the certain procedures. They are the certain procedures. We can't say that this is a valid for the all everywhere. These are the certain valid procedures. Numerical methods I am talking about. Numerical methods are the certain procedures, and they are adapted for the different ranges depending on the different conditions or different what we give certain assumption. Under that, these procedures are true. Okay, that will not be universal true. That they may not follow all scientific principles, but that solution give that whatever the procedure or methods are going to give certain exact answers. So we are adapting the procedure only. We are not bothering about the how it is calculated, how it is we have made that particular procedure. We are just concentrating on the particular procedure only. We are not bothering the how the particular formula is derived. And it is not our business also, because we need to adopt that particular procedure and we have to get the marks. So this is the solution. This solution, most of the solutions, equations are complex, and that's why it is not easy to value or segregate the particular xy terms. So it will be difficult to calculate the value of y. So it will be difficult to calculate the particular function. We need to use the numerical methods. So if the equation is complex, one, we need to learn numerical methods. And numerical methods are developed by the different scientists depending on the certain procedure. They have repeated the number of calculation. Using the number of calculation, they have set the particular formula. That will not be scientific rules, but they have repeated the calculation again and again using the different condition, different assumption, and they have derived the certain procedure. So we are interested in the procedure only. Any equation, complex equation come, nonlinear equation come, we have to adapt this particular procedure and we have to solve the equation. And our aim is to solve the equation. Our aim is not learn the different numerical methods. Our aim is not like that. We need to understand each and every numerical method thoroughly. We're not interested in the numerical method thoroughly. We are interested only the solution of this equation, because this non-linear equation, linear equation may occur in the different modeling aspect. Whenever we are going to do a certain modeling and simulation, where these kind of equation are going to come. So that equation we need to calculate by using the numerical method. So we are interested in the solving the equation, not in the particular numerical methods. We are not interested in the thorough knowledge of numerical methods. We are interested in the solving this particular equation. Okay. So we are focusing different techniques. So in this particular, I have just given the graphical representation what we are expected in a nonlinear equation. So we'll start with the only 5 minutes are remaining. Still we'll cover that particular method. Or just briefly, I will explain what I mean by that particular technique. I know there will be practical at 11:15. So bisection method. First is bisection method. So in this particular bisection method, so fx equation would be given. So fx equation would be given like this. We have to put the value of 0. So that means when x is equal to 0, what will be impact? What x is equal to 1, what will be the solution? So what will be the fx value? Fx value. So we have to go up to n values where this fx value changes its sign. So suppose this is a positive positive or negative negative, and somewhere it becomes positive. So we have to check, we have to take this positive negative. So whenever the sign is going to come, we have to take this particular two values. All these two values, sign has changed. Sign has changed means graphically. So suppose this is a solution. So when I put x is equal to, suppose here 2, it is going to negative. It is going to give the negative answer. It is going to give the negative answer. When I put x is equal to 3, it is going to give a positive value. Here positive, here negative. Means particular x value and next value, it is going to negative. So that means we can say the solution of this particular equation is lying between 2 and 3 because sign has changed. Here when previous value was there, so if we put this, it is going to negative. If it is going to put the next value, it is going to positive. So the solution we can find that solution is going to in between x is equal to 2 and 3. So in between 2 and 3. So what we have to do is we have to take average. 2 plus 3, it will be 5. Again we have to take average. 5, 2.5. So again we have to calculate or put the value of 2.5. That means x1 plus x2, whatever the solution we have assumed initially, and we have to take the average. So again it will be either it would be positive or negative. If it is a positive, we have to correlate with negative. That suppose 2.5 and 2. So this way the solution is lying between 2 and 2.5. So this way again we have to take average between 2 and 2.5. Again we have to put the value in the particular equation and we need to go up to this level. So whenever the average is taken between these two values, we have to correlate with this particular positive, we have to correlate with negative. If this is a negative, we have to correlate with the positive one. So we have to go approximate to that particular this point. We are not going to go at that approximate point. No other time, whenever you are going to do the hundreds of calculation, will not got the exact solution because this is a numerical technique and it will not be possible. Even the small fraction of after point, it will going to remain. So we have to get at least 3 decimal point, it will be similar. The solution we are expecting at least 2 to 3 decimal points similar. Okay, so this will be the graphical representation. One solution is going to be positive, one is going to negative. So we can say the solution is lying between this positive and negative point. So this way, after that, we have to take average of the positive negative. Again, we have to correlate whatever the average is going to positive, we have to correlate with negative. If it is going to negative, we have to correlate with positive. So this way, we have to take average. So initially, we have to guess these two values. We have to initially put them 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 11, maybe 10, maybe. So we have to find out the solution where it is going to lie, where the sign is going to change. If it is positive, negative, or negative, positive. Whenever these two values are going to change, negative, positive, or positive to negative, depending on the condition, we can say the solution is lying between these two values. And we have to take average. Again, we have to correlate with the average with one of these values. Then that two values, again we have to take average, and that average again we correlate with some other value. So this way we have to approach that particular solution. Okay, we'll see this particular bisection method in the next lecture. and we'll cover remaining part, and we'll try to cover the next solution, next method also. How many people are there?